Hey y'all, it's me again. I have another book. It's called A Library Book for Bear. I love bear and mouse books, and so I found another one. I didn't know they had so many. So again, this one is by Bonny Becker and it's illustrated by Kady MacDonald Denton. And it's called A Library Book for Bear. This is the title page. Y'all remember that? Always have such nice pictures. You know, I'm all about the pictures. All about the pictures. Bear had never had a library book before. My bad, that's not what it says. Okay. Bear had never been to the library. He had 7 very nice books at home. Let me see if I can get that right for you. Only 7 books. 3 about kings and queens, 3 about honeybees, and 1 about pickles. Bear was quite sure he had all the books he would ever need. 7? I have more than 7 books. How many books do you have? Oh, Bear is so grumpy. He can't help himself. One morning, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his door. Who do you think is at his door? Look at Bear. He looking so grumpy. He cannot help himself. He is so funny. Look at his face. He up there sipping his coffee and reading one of his 7 books, enjoying his day. And here comes somebody. Who do you think it is? I know who I think it is. I think it might be his bestie. You see a little bit. When he opened the door, there was Mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. "We are off!" exclaimed Mouse with a happy wag of his whiskers. Bear frowned. He had agreed to go with Mouse to the library, but now he was quite sure it was a dreadful mistake. "Ugh, completely unnecessary," Bear announced. "I have all the books I need right here." Bear always needs convincing to try something new. Look at him pointing to his books over there. Can you see Mouse? He's a grumpy goose. Oh, there. I'm always trying to get it right for you. "Oh, there are many delightful books in the library," Mouse assured him. "Huh," Bear grumbled. But he had promised. So he buckled his red roller skates and stepped outside, grabbing a basket for the books. Look at Bear with his little face. There goes those famous red skates. Mouse is so happy. Are you happy to go to the library? I'm happy to go to the library. I love going to the library. Get it right for you. Bear skated and Mouse rode in the basket to the library, the wind rippling nicely through their fur. Ooh. Look at Bear. He is so grumpy. He can't even help himself. Mouse is always so happy. You see Mouse enjoying the ride? Look at grumpy kills. And what season do you think it is? Look at the trees. They're red, a little yellow over there. Yeah. I think it's fall. And there's some leaves on the ground. So I think it's fall. Or another word for it is autumn. But when they got to the library, Bear didn't like how big it looked. "There are far too many books in there," he protested. "Most excessive." "Oh," he is appalled. "Oh no, it's quite exciting," Mouse said, leading Bear through the tall doors. Look at Mouse pulling that big old bear. He's like, come on, buddy. Come on, try something new. Bear acts like a stick in the mud. That's what he acts like, a stick in the mud. He's just stuck in his own ways. He don't know what to do with himself. Okay. Which way should I look? I look right there. I think I should look right there, right? I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at you so that you know I'm reading to you. Okay? To you. All right. Look at all these books. Does this look like your library? It kind of looks like mine with row after row after row after row of books. Look at Mr. Grumpy Gills. In the library were more books than Bear had ever thought there could be. He quickly found a tucked away corner. But even here there were lots and lots of books. Ugh, terribly extravagant. Bear's voice was a little loud. For the library, I would think, right? Because in the library, you're supposed to whisper. He can't. Oh, he can't help himself. All right. Get close there for you. I shall find you the perfect one, Mouse said quietly in his library voice. Oh, I shall find you the perfect one, Mouse said quietly in his library voice. What about pickles? Oh, what about pickles, commanded Bear. After all, he only had one of those. Look at his face. But Mouse had whisked away. Oh boy, what a happy pair. Bear and Mouse are like opposites. Big and small, happy and grumpy. He's my favorite grump. Mouse came back with a thick green book. Bear opened it. Look at his face looking like, rocket ships, ridiculous. Bear's voice was getting louder. A good book about pickles is all I'll require. Remember, quiet in the library, murmured Mouse as he scurried off. He soon returned with a tall yellow book. I am not interested in wooden canoes. Bear's voice was even louder. Quiet voices in the library, Mouse reminded him. My goodness. Even though he's big, he acts like a baby. Mouse is pretty mature. M for mouse, mature. All right. Uh-oh. My voice is always quiet, Bear shouted. I will find my own book. I can assure you that pickles are quite interesting. Mouse didn't look so sure. Bear did. Bear quickly spotted a blue book with a pickle on the spine, and Mouse sprung up the shelf to get it for him. Look at Mouse doing those acrobats up there. My goodness. He was being so gruff and rough and loud. Alrighty. Inside were pictures of pickles. The pickles had little fairy wings. They were dancing with petunias. No dancing pickles, Bear roared. Oh my goodness. Shh, said a voice. Oh my gosh. He is just acting so embarrassing. Somebody said, shh. Somebody over there. Bear needs to get himself together. He's doing too much. Too much. He needs some manners. Let's see. Bear peeked around a bookshelf. There sat a librarian with a cluster of youngsters gathered around her. The librarian smiled, but a mother squirrel squished an angry finger against her lips, and an old raccoon said sternly, "Quiet in the library," she said. You see all those visitors in the library? They want to hear the book she's reading. She's reading to them like I'm reading to you. Let's see. Oh, I gotta turn this page here. Look at Bear acting like a snooty tooty little baby. He has his nose up. Bear turned back with a huffy sniff. "I know when I'm not wanted," he told Mouse. "I want to go home." "Surely at least one book," Mouse began. But Bear cut him off. "I have all the books I need." He looked quite certain. "Then we are off," said Mouse, but his whiskers didn't wag this time. Now, if you've learned anything about Mouse, when his whiskers don't wag, Mouse is really, really sad. That means Bear's bad attitude has finally gotten to him. There's always a point when he can't take it no more. And Bear needs to turn it around. Bear stood stock still. He was listening carefully to a voice on the other side of the bookshelf. So the very brave Bear began to inch his way toward the treasure chest, the voice was saying. "I'm ready," began Mouse. "Shh! It's just getting to the good part." "But you said..." Uh-oh, there's always a point. It turns. I think Bear is interested in a different type of book. Oh my gosh. "Quiet voices in the library!" Bear bellowed. He blasted Mouse all the way over there. Now that's just ridiculous. It's just being ridiculous right now. My goodness. My goodness. All right. You get you close there. This time the librarian got up and looked around the bookshelf at Bear. Bear stood very still and quiet, as if he had been still and quiet all along. "Would you like to join Storytime?" the librarian asked. Bear glanced at Mouse. "We'd love to have you," said the librarian. Bear and Mouse scooted around the shelf and found 2 empty chairs. The librarian began to read again. Bear lifted the lid to the treasure chest, and inside, the librarian paused. Mouse and Bear strained forward. They look like they have anticipation. They're like, and what's next? Everyone looks happy. "Inside," she said, "was a mound of pickle slices. And each shining slice was made of diamonds and gold. And everyone shouted, 'Hooray!' for the very brave Bear." And then she said, "The end." Bear stared dreamily into space for a moment. Then he looked over at Mouse and announced, "As I said, pickles are most interesting." "Indeed," said Mouse. Look at those pretty pictures. Later, Mouse rode in the basket with 7 new books. There were up 2 about wooden canoes, 2 about rocket ships, 2 about teapots. I wonder what the last 2 were about. Oh, 2, 4, 6. One more left. And one called The Very Brave Bear and the Treasure of Pickle Island, which Bear read to Mouse that very same day. Where's Mouse? Oh, he's on the back of the chair. Do you see him behind Bear's head? Good friends. They got it together at the end there. All right. Well, that was A Library Book for Bear. It's just another one of those books I love. Anyway, so if you go to the library, or you could buy it off the store or whatever, you can get one of the Bear and the Mouse books. You see it? Shining. Glistening. You know me with this glare. Anyway, it's a good book. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I love you. You are loved. You are wonderful. You can do it. And have a wonderful day or a wonderful nap or sleep tight if that's what you're doing. All right, I'll see y'all later.